We are live. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live here on the huddle this morning, Saturday morning. Good morning, everyone. Got a question for your huddle community. I know you've been live streaming. I've been seeing you. I've been watching you. I've been in your chat supporting you. But I got a question for you, especially those who are new to the huddle community. Are you struggling on how to properly plan out your live streams that'll make you stand out above your competition in your niche? Well, this morning, we're going to get into 7 great tips on helping you to plan for success. Plan for that live stream, your next one, that's going to help you stand out here on the huddle. So do me a favor, yourself a cup of coffee. It's time for the huddle. Through online video, we welcome you to the show to be talking about 7 great tips that's going to help you to be able to stand out when you're planning out your live streams, when you go live for your next live, whether if it's on YouTube, whether if it's on LinkedIn, whether if it's on Facebook or IG live, got to be able to plan out your live streams, because there was a quote that says, if you plan to fail, you are failing. You are setting yourself up to fail when you go live. And so we are live this morning. If you're watching us on YouTube or LinkedIn this morning, do me a favor in the chat. Let me know where you're watching me from. Do also let us know that if you are part of Team Live or Team Replay, just drop it in the chat, as we see a few people already dropping in this morning. Podcast Creators Hub is in the house. Good morning, sir. All the way from London. Then we got my man Adobe Under 5 in the house, a part of Team Live. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. And if you are on the replay joining us, let us know in the comment section of the replay of that you are part of Team Replay. And to my online listeners who are checking me out, maybe you're at work, it's a Saturday morning in the gym and you got the huddle on, which we truly appreciate, because out of all the different podcast shows you could have chosen, you chose to listen to the huddle as you get your workout in. Oh yeah, definitely. When you have a moment, whether if it's in Team Live or Team Replay, give us one of the two, what part you are a part of. And those of you who are on LinkedIn, give us a Team Live or Team Replay. And so without further ado, let's fire up the good old Stream Deck and get into our content as we load everything. And we'll make sure we don't have any tech issues as it's loading up. So live streaming, it's something we're all doing, especially if you're a part of the huddle community. You know, we got live streams like our good dear sister Florence from Equip Institute, who did another live stream. Let me tell you, huddle community, she knocking it out the box. She ain't having those little bumps in the road like she first started out her first 2 live streams. She live streaming like a pro. And then you got Adobe Under 5, and we can't forget the live stream master, Podcaster Creator Hub, aka Mr. Ash Boland, and so many others who may not be a part of the huddle community. Live streaming is just on this type of social media platform. But how do you stand out in such a very crowded, noisy a platform of people using? People are doing shorts, but people are doing live streams. So how do you do it? Well, I think basically you got to be able to plan your live streams before you go live. You know, I think the days are over The days of over of just being spontaneous and say, I'm just going to hit the live button and go live and hope somebody watch me. I think those days are over. Unless you just, you just got that bug and you just want to go live and just, you don't even, if someone shows up, that's fine, but you just want to live stream. Hey, that's cool too. But to really stand out, you gotta plan out your live streams. And I tell you another person who does an excellent job before I get to this content, who does an excellent job in planning out his live stream is my good old man, Tech Troublemaker. Man, he's a troublemaker. He's a troublemaker. Every time I watch his live streams are planned to the T. They're planned out to the T. And so, definitely in the chat, you want to pull on that guy for real, because I be learning a lot from him. So number one, let's see if it worked. It worked. No jumping and skipping. Tip number one, you got to do some content research. You got to do some content research, especially in the competitive niche or audience you're trying to reach when you're going live. Let's take, Ash Bolin, who is AKA Podcast Creator Hub this morning, but he has a YouTube channel that specifically deals with mortgage brokers, or Adobe Under 5, who's dealing with editing, or our dear sister Florence Equip Institute, who's really doing with purpose and productivity. You got to do some research to be able to stand out in those competitive niches. Do the research and just stick to the fundamental basics. Don't try to get all fancy. Don't try to get all deep. Don't give yourself a migraine headache after doing some research. Just simply go to the YouTube search bar and start doing your research. If the YouTube search bar is not good enough for you, go to Google search. And if that's not good enough for you, you got things like TubeBuddy, you got things like vidIQ, and you got Keyword Anywhere. So many different ways that you can do you some content research for your next live stream to be able to stand out and add value to your viewers who are going to watch you. Got to give a shout out to my man Tech Troublemaker. Let me tell you, man, your recent live stream that you talked about on burnout, man, really spoke to me. And so I know you, just looking at your presentations, you put some work in. You put some work into it. And that's what it's all about. So whether if it's the YouTube search bar, if it's dealing with searching on Google, because when you do that type of level of research, keyword research, you want your live streams to be able to rank and search. You want when someone comes and to the platform and has an issue or a concern, and they search into the search bar how to deal with burnout. Now, Tech Troublemaker kind of titled it a little different for creator burnout, but how do you deal with burnout? And then guess what? If he's did all his proper research, and if he's put all his right keywords into it, that live stream, that replay is going to rank in search. And so that's the type of preparation, not just when you go live, but you want to be able to stand out in the replay. You want to see the views popping up on the replay. You want to see not only of them watching it, but you want to see the watch time increase. You want to see the retention increase, and you want to see them not only when they're done with your live stream, rather if they can watch all of it or in portions through your YouTube chapters. That's a bonus point for you. If you're putting YouTube chapters in your live streams, give me a hashtag YouTube chapters in the chat section this morning on YouTube or LinkedIn. If you're putting in the YouTube chapters, that keeps the viewer watching and give them a quality viewing experience, guess what? They're going to go ahead and watch the next piece of content that you got, whether if it's a short or if it's another live stream. Tip number 2, got to catch my breath here because I'm hyped for this morning. I'm hyped this morning. Tip number 2, got to put that run of show together. I remember the days where I didn't have a run of show. I just kind of did my Google Docs and I just put a couple of bullet points and I just did my live streams, but I I think about those days where I really didn't put in the time and the effort to put that playlist together, to put that game plan together on being able to have a runner show that's going to have a flow from the opening hook to engaging with the audience, getting into the content, being able to have that time of having the confidence to engage in the chat and answer questions. And then most importantly, from the opening to the hook to the content message, being able to have a call to action. Call to action. I think sometimes, me included, sometimes we overlook the importance of the call to action to be able to get our viewers to go to the next with us on our live streams after the live stream has ended. We want to be able to have a call to action to get them to be able to engage with us. And so having that call to action is going to help you when you're planning it out. Is it going to be a call to action to direct them to a product or service? Is it going to be a call to action that's going to help them sign up to your email marketing list? Is it a call to action for them to be a part of an upcoming event that you're going to be having, or being a part of your community, like the greatest community on planet Earth, the Huddle community? You got to have a call to action. And hey, when you're planning your live streams out, you're planning and you're setting yourself up for yourself to be successful. Hey, you're getting great value out of this live stream this morning, that we're talking about 7 great tips on how to plan out your live streams for success and get more viewers and add value to your audience. Do me a favor, click the thumbs up button, share this on your favorite social media platform, put on the gloves this morning and punch and smash the like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I want to encourage you. You want to subscribe to this channel. You say, why, man? I got too many channels all to subscribe to. But this particular channel here is going to help you broaden your reach, your impact, and income through online video. Let's get into tip number 3. I'm hopping this morning because we want to engage in the chats. Let's just get it through the content. Oh, the thumbnail. You want to have a quality thumbnail. And I got to go back to our dear sister Florence of Institute, since she likes to blow me up on her live streams. Guess what? It's my turn. I got the mic, dear Florence. Man, listen, watching her, looking at her thumbnails, man, her thumbnails, you look like she's been having her thumbnails doing YouTube for at least a good 5-10 years. Her thumbnails are jumping. They're popping out on mobile. She's got the right type of image that's speaking to productivity and purpose. She's got the right font size. She's using the right brand colors that really identifies with her channel and her message. That's the type of thumbnails we want to be making for our content. And those of you in the chat, I don't want to overlook you, Tech. From Adobe Under 5, I see your thumbnails, and it's speaking to our brand and our YouTube page. And that's what we want it to do. But most importantly, we want to make sure that we are really having a type of thumbnail that's going to speak and grab the mobile scroller who's on their phone on YouTube, scrolling on their phone. We want a thumbnail that's going to pop and grab their attention. You want it to pop and grab their attention so that they have no choice but to click on the video. They have no choice but to want to spend a few minutes and watch the content. And when you do that, it's going to help your live and your replay jump. It's going to jump. And so, hey, tip number 4. And the chat has been hopping, and I see you guys as you guys are encouraging one another and just just complimenting one another on just what they're doing. Tip number 4, you want those overlays. Though I'm a PC user, one of the things that that I came very close to coming to the dark side of Apple and MacBook, with Ecamm, looking at the overlays. And so those of you who are in the chat, a part of Team Live, whether on YouTube and live streams, having those good type of overlays for scenes when you go to scene and going from slide to slide, or just using different types of photos, those things make a difference. And even though I'm on the PC, I tend to rely on Canva. I realize, that, whether if you're on Mac or PC, your overlay game has to be at a level of quality that is on par with the content, so that you have the visual and you have the audio. You have the video, the visual, say that 20 times, and the audio. And so overlays, when you're going to scene and your slides and your photos, those are all making a difference to help you to be able to plan out your live stream to be successful. So you want to be able to even address overlays. Hey, if you're getting great value out of what we're doing, and we're talking, oh, look at that. We're not even at that point because we got 7. It's not 5 today. But tip number 5, guest preparation. Now, for those of you who have guests come on to your show, like he from time to time brings on a collection of different content creators to come on. So from a guest preparation, I'm quite sure there's a level of planning and preparation for that as well. But just a few pointers, if you are going to bring a guest on, you want to make sure that they provide you a short bio. You don't want them to provide you, an encyclopedia Bible that reads from, A to Z. You want to have a short bio that you can just be able to read off. And then once you bring on the guests, you can bring on the guests and then allow them to introduce themselves to your audience that's watching. On top of that, you want to be able to have maybe a recent profile photo that you can display with the short bio, and then any important links that you need to share. Some important links that I think that are critical and key to share is maybe their YouTube channel. And maybe if you are interviewing people from LinkedIn, their LinkedIn, since we are live streaming to LinkedIn, then you have their website. And then if there's a particular product or service that you are highlighting during the show of your live stream, maybe you have a link for that. But important links that kind of speak to the live stream show that you're doing with your guests on it. And then most importantly, you want to make sure you send the invite link if you're doing Ecamm or if you're doing StreamYard. Send that invite link in a timely manner so that they can be able to test it out and maybe come on maybe 15 to 20 minutes so you can go ahead and go through your test check, lighting, go through your microphones, audio sounds, and good camera presence, and make sure the camera is working, because sometimes if you don't do that in a timely manner and the guest comes on, then they end up having issues and it can affect the quality of the show. And so with that said, hey, if you're getting great value out of this 7 tips on how to properly plan out your live streams to stand out, to have success and add value to your viewers, I need you to smash the like button, especially those my online listeners who are just checking us out. Just in the chat, let us know where you're watching us from, and click and give us a thumbs up and share this on your favorite social media platform, and subscribe to the channel. You see the image there I have for the like and share. That's your way of being able to just click on with your mouse or with your keyboard to click the thumbs up button, either on LinkedIn or YouTube, to be able to let YouTube know and LinkedIn know that this is some great quality content that you are watching, and it's an opportunity for you to share with others. Chat and kind of for a moment, because the chat has really been hopping. And so Tech says with YouTube, with YouTube changes. You need to start your description. Start with your description. Oh, you know what? See, you jumping ahead, Tech. You're jumping ahead to the next week's live stream when we talk about setting up your YouTube channel and use and having the YouTube description. Since you've already highlighted that, let's use this as a bonus tip. Like Tech Troublemaker said, being able to have a brief summary in your YouTube description is another important way of being able to plan out your live stream or uploaded video that you're making is important. And then also being able to have important links that are there so that when the person clicks on the description, they can see the next video or the previous live stream that you did the week before. And then when they're done watching your content, they can click on that link. And because YouTube is putting a lot of emphasis now on playlists, you don't want to just use a regular URL link to just one video. That's an opportunity for you to put a playlist link there and get them to binge watch your content. And then also, again, within the description section, again, you want to be able to have the YouTube chapters there. So the description section is a great place for you to properly plan out your live stream so that you can be able to add value to your viewers, get more views on your replay. Excellent point, Tech. Excellent point. Excellent point. You have to be able to do that. Let's go back over here for a second. Make sure I clicked on that right. Boom. Tip number 6. How much time are you spending promoting your live streams? How much time are you spending promoting them? Because, yes, once you kind of schedule your live streams and the notification thing goes out. So when Florence schedules her live streams, YouTube lets me know because I'm subscribed to her channel. When Tech schedules his live streams because I'm subscribed to his channel, guess what? I get the alert notification that they're going to live. And so it's important that we just don't rely on that one level of promotion. Look at, other social media platforms that your audience is coming from, whether if it's LinkedIn, whether if it's Instagram or Facebook. I don't do too much Twitter that much anymore, but if it's Twitter, promote, accordingly to the other social media platforms that you can be able to let them know you're getting ready to go live. And now that YouTube has rolled out the YouTube community tab, hey, that's another great way of promoting your live streams by just simply doing a post there and letting your audience know, hey, I'm getting ready to go live on this date and time. Here's what we're going to be talking about. And so that there's another way through the YouTube community tab. And then again, email marketing list, having an email list, building that list. And like I said, as we plan out for 2023, that is going to be a major strategy for us. A major strategy for us with the email marketing list, especially identifying those who are really interested in content creation. They may not even be on YouTube. As you're building your email marketing list, they may not even be a YouTube creator, but they watch YouTube and they want to be a part of your email marketing list. That's a great way to let them know when you're going to be going live again. That's a great way to let them know what your latest short or upload video, online video has been posted. And you can slowly bring them in to over to YouTube to watching your content. So definitely working on an email marketing. See a couple other additional comments. Want to go over here. Boom. Okay, idea Sister Florence says, I am testing and using the community tab a bit more. Hey, the more you test, the more you keep trying it out. Those of us who are subscribed to your channel, we'll be able to see that. And just like, you did this morning, is you probably saw the post that I did about me preparing to go live, and I saw the comment as I was in my preparation to go live. you know it's a way for us to communicate with our online viewers. So definitely test it, continue to try it out. See here, text says YouTube really is stressing playlist. Definitely, they're stressing the playlist. And so, to your point, tech troublemaker, when you talk about the YouTube description section, not just putting one link in the past, like I've been doing, where I would share a previous live stream. Now it's about going ahead and just putting a playlist that is appropriate with the recent live stream or online video that you do, that you'll continue to keep the viewer watching. You continue to keep the viewer watching. And so that's so important. It's so important. And so being able to stream. Then finally, number 7, you say, computer maintenance. You'd be surprised how computer maintenance can play a very important part on your live stream being successful and going off without any hitches or problems. Even this morning, and I'm plugged in for my live stream into my router. So I've learned the hard way. Don't be trying to the live stream unplugged from your router and you're just depending on Wi-Fi, because I noticed even this morning with StreamYard, I kept getting this signal in the top left corner of StreamYard. It kept saying unstable Wi-Fi, unstable Wi-Fi. And I looked, I said, I'm almost for sure I plugged in. Let me double check and sure I'll plug in into the router. And I was, but because I guess whatever is going on, weather outside and winds blowing, or just people maybe using Wi-Fi in the apartment complex, definitely the Wi-Fi connection with signal just kept going off. And so I said, you know what? Let me make sure that I am definitely have a backup. So I went and got my mobile phone. I made sure I can access StreamYard through my mobile phone. So by any chance, if this stream drops through internet connection, I can just jump right back on, go into the StreamYard and continue the live streams. So you want to make sure, that, you do your system check. And I know that's the last point, but I'll put it at the first. And then software updates. You want to make sure your software updates are done in a timely manner, because sometimes you can sign onto your computer and your computer will have a mind of its own and just start doing a recent software update that you kind of pushed off a couple of days. And now it's time to go live 5 minutes before your show. And now you're doing system updates and you can't get into your computer. So you want to do your system updates. You want to make sure your battery is charged if you don't have it plugged in. I have mine plugged in all the time. So if by chance, if I do have a situation where I don't have my battery charger, at least I know the battery is charged on the live stream. And so planning out something simple as this goes a long way with the live stream to be able to have a success for one. Let's see a couple other chats here. Want to jump in. Boom. Podcast Creator Hub says it will default to have turn. Oh, you got to turn it off. Okay. When you're plugged in. Okay. I appreciate that power tip. So didn't know that. So you have to turn the Wi-Fi off so that way that signal doesn't come on while you're plugged in. So I appreciate you sharing that tip with me and sharing that with the Huddle community, because it's little things like that you may not know that can play an important part. And like I said, if the stream interrupts, you're able to bounce back accordingly, so that way your live stream is not affected. And so that's it. Let's get into some summary here. We've talked about content research on being able to plan out your live streams, whether if you're searching and doing your keyword research through Google search, YouTube search bar, or keyword anywhere, making sure you have your run of show planned out properly. You want to make sure you're working and having your thumbnail created, working on your overlays. If you're bringing guests on, making sure you've got your guest bio and photo information, and you sent them the invite link to be able to come on to your show, and making sure that you properly promote your show through email marketing lists, social media, the YT community tab, and then, like I said, computer maintenance, making sure that all system updates have been done, software updates have been done, and you make sure that your battery's charged and you are ready to go live. And if you do these things, you've put yourself in the best possible position that when it's time to go live, you can say, we're live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are live. And boom, you can go live and produce and share some great content. And so we just wanted to come on this morning and share this, masterclass on just being properly prepared on going live. And so any additional questions, any comments, like I said, the chat has been jumping this morning, and we'll take the time to and acknowledge any other comments, any thoughts that you guys may have. We want to get into some Q&A. If you do have a question, just put a Q in front of it, and let's just have a conversation. Or if you have an experience, where you didn't properly plan out your live streams, how what was that experience like, and how were you able to bounce back from not properly having your live stream planned out, and how have you seen an improvement in you going live now that you're planning it out? So love to get your thoughts as we wait for some questions or some comments. And especially those of you who are on LinkedIn, join in the conversation. Definitely you're welcome to join in the conversation if you're watching us. And those of you who are on Team Replay this morning, we appreciate, especially if you're watching up to this point, give us a hashtag Team Replay. Click the like button for me. Smash that like button. Share this on your favorite social media platform. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely do me a favor, subscribe and click the alert notification button. Definitely. Okay, so I don't see any questions or additional comments. Let's move over on to wins of the week. Any wins of the week? Those of you who are in the chat of Team Live or on LinkedIn would love to get your win for the week and share it with the Huddle community. Really love to get your feedback or any wins of the week that you want to share. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in content creation. It could be a win for the week with you and the family, you just in everyday life, a win for the week, and just, that's improving the quality of your life. Oh, I see a question here. So we're going to go down and down and down, and we're going to get there. So our dear sister Florence says, how far out do you choose your topics? It's a great question. That's a great question, and I thank you, Florence, for your question. Let me keep that question there. How far out do I try to do? Anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks when I'm planning out my topics, because if I stay within a 2 to 4 week period, that helps me to kind of keep the pulse on what's going on, and I have a sense of direction of how I want to take the content and how I'm planning it out. 2 to 4 weeks also works for me because I'm also thinking playlists. So if you look at my channel on my page, I purposely did a playlist that focused a lot about how to go live for the first time. And so when I did that playlist, I also kept in mind not just YouTube, but going live for the first time on LinkedIn, going live on YouTube, and I even went a live stream on Instagram, and I also did one on Facebook. And so that 2 to 4 week period is where I kind of being out because I'm thinking in terms of my playlist. So, great question. Thank you for your question. I appreciate that. Have also, I think I see here a win for the week. She says learning how to use her eCam to design overlays. You learning? I beg to differ because the last 3 live streams that I've seen, your overlays are look so professional. I've seen some overlays by individuals who's a friend of the show, from Perfect Zone Productions, JP High Tech. His overlays are very, very good, and so all I can see is you going up from there. She also makes a comment and says, also starting to buy. Oh yeah, I saw that buy me a coffee page, and and I appreciate Ash hooking me up and on doing that, and now that I have a coffee, I have to make it a point to at least mention it, because I value each and every one of you. The gift that you've given me in being able to just be a part of the live streams is value. You clicking the thumbs up, but if you are interested, like Sister Foreign says, and if you want to contribute with the buy me a coffee, it is in the description, and that kind of goes back to what Tech Troublemaker was saying. Having important links such as buy me a coffee, where your community can support the work that you're doing, is another key bonus point you can do. So I appreciate that feedback on your win of the week, and now using buy me a coffee, because you may need to buy that next microphone. You may need to buy some lighting. And I'm starting to look at some cameras now. I'm looking at the Sony camera, and I'm looking at the Canon cameras, and so gives your audience an opportunity to contribute to that. I've been thinking about upgrading to StreamYard's next plan, which gives me the ability to stream in 1080. But when I saw the price of what that costs, and I said over a 12-month period, let's just say if I did that for a 12-month period at $50, well, that comes out to about $600. And I said, I'm doing that on a webcam. I said, that doesn't make sense to me. And I would love to get your thoughts, Sister Florence. I would love to get your thoughts, Tech Troublemaker, and Ash, and Adobe Under 5. But I said, if I'm going to upgrade to StreamYard's next plan for the next 12 months and put out 600 on a 1080 on a webcam, that doesn't make sense to me. I might as well just go ahead and take that $50 each month over the next year. Plus, you take the opportunity, if anyone wants to contribute to buy me a coffee, then I can end up buying me a upgrade to a better camera, and that would be better. And then if I wanted to then do their plan, at least I'm on a better quality camera. And so that's sort of where my head is with that. But like I said, and we're definitely going to be looking to do some upgrading as we go. I am using a webcam too, and you know what? It's without you even telling me that, and watching last night's live stream, Sister Florence would have never knew that. Would have never knew that. So I've been using my Logitech C9 2022, and those in the Huddle community have been letting me know it's working. So there is a timing in place where I do believe when it is time to upgrade your live stream gear. I do believe there is a time and a place. But until that time comes, don't turn around and just upgrade and buy something because it's the latest, shiny object that people are seeing for you to go buy because it's out. There's a time and a place for it. So right now we're the webcams, and that's okay. And that's okay. Any other thoughts or comments or questions? As we have been talking about 7 great tips on how to plan out your live streams to help you to stand out in your niche, that you are making content for your viewers and your audience. Hey, and if you are watching this on LinkedIn, definitely leave us a thought or a comment there. Those of you on Team Replay, give us a hashtag Team Replay. And to my online listeners who are checking us out this morning, maybe you're out, taking a nice Saturday morning walk in the park. And again, out of all the podcast um, shows you could have watched, out of all the live stream shows you could have watched on YouTube, you chose the Huddle. And so I want to thank you. And when you get a moment, just, give us a thumbs up, smash the like button. And if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. And so with that said, if there are no other questions, we're going to go ahead and bring this down to an end. Another comment from our dear sister. Excellent as usual. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And we're just so grateful. And again, I apologize to the Huddle community for having to cancel the Huddle Hangout this morning. The last couple of days, I have not been feeling well. And so after listening and watching Tech Troublemakers show on burnout, just even some of the symptoms that he described, I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this live stream. I'm gonna do all my post work on the live stream, and then I do need to do record a YouTube short for tomorrow, and for short for Sunday and Monday. And then after that, I'm gonna do my very best to kind of stay off the computer, stay off YouTube, and just kind of rest. Got to see Black Panther tonight, Wakanda Forever. So I'm going to try to really get myself some needed rest here. So, but again, I apologize, Huddle community, and I'll definitely make it up to you where we get together the next time. So with that said, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of the Huddle live experience. I pray that it has truly added value to you. And I pray just even one of these tips that we've gone over will help you take your live stream show to the next level. So with that said, we always close out saying many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will prevail in your life. Make a quality decision today. Let God's purpose prevail in your life. And we will see you next week. And if you haven't, we'll close out by saying subscribe to the channel, especially those of you who are watching us on Team Replay. God bless.